of damage that has been witnessed or any kind of casualty, but right now what we have is that it is a very strong tremor that was felt in Delhi and the adjacent areas, and also in Lucknow, that is in Uttar Pradesh. And my colleague Simran is also joining us from the national capital. Simran, what are you picking up? Because we've seen that people actually ran out of their buildings, from their offices, from their homes, and calling their loved ones also, because it's of course something that cannot be predicted. So, what are you really picking up, and what is the information you're getting on this?
Well, it's very important for right now to clarify about the details that we have been receiving. The National Center for Seismology has now put out that there have been 2 earthquakes that have been felt, and due to the impact of what happened, which is the epicenter of the earthquake, which has been pinned in Nepal, there have been very serious shocks and tremors that have been felt across the North India, especially the Delhi-NCR region as well. There have been massive jolts that have been felt across Delhi-NCR, Lucknow, and to in fact Jaipur as well. The National Center for Seismology has now said that a 6.2 earthquake, which is at the epicenter in Nepal, has been happened at 2:52 right now in the afternoon, and just before that at 2:25 there has been a pre-shock to this, which is of the magnitude of 4.6 that has happened also in Nepal. So more kind of clarification which gets into the detail of what are the affected areas and where all there has been a little bit of damage is yet to come. But as of now, there has been the latest magnitude of 6.2 earthquake that has been coming from Nepal, and due to the impact of that, the aftershocks have been also felt across the North India, especially in Delhi-NCR as well. Back to you in the studio.
Of course, Simran, as you were telling us, just to clarify that earlier, a pre-shock that was experienced was 4.6, and thereafter we saw a greater jolt, of course, a greater quake, massive jolt, of course, experienced there, and we are getting more visuals from across the regions affected. And of course, now we are getting more details on that. The depth, of course, is 10 kilometers. Location, of course, is Nepal, as per the National Center for Seismology. And this is a really massive jolt that has been experienced there, as 2 kilometers from Bhatekola in Nepal is the epicenter. That is the preliminary information that we are getting. Tremors are also being felt in other northern states, in Uttarakhand, that is. And right now what we are getting is that there has been no major damage as of now, at least the details we have, the preliminary details we have. There has been no major damage that has been reported up until now. But yes, of course, around social media, and everybody, of course, is sharing their experience, how it really felt. And of course, there were people who moved out of their buildings. And of course, you can see visuals from Lucknow, from New Delhi, and NCR's Noida also, that fan moving, those keys moving, everything that is, around is, of course, you can see that it's quite visible. The effect of the earthquake is quite visible there. But right now what we know is that the epicenter was in Nepal, and this year, as we were telling you earlier, there have been a series of earthquakes that have been witnessed in the northern part of the country. And now we are seeing yet again a massive jolt here that affected even Uttar Pradesh's Lucknow, Hapur, and Amroha as well. As far as the National Center for Seismology is concerned, there are still details that are pouring in. But that is the latest we have right now. There is a 6.2 magnitude earthquake in the neighboring country of Nepal. That was the epicenter, and of course, the aftershocks were also felt there for for a few seconds now. And this is, of course, something that is... my colleague Simran, I'm told, continues to be with us on the broadcast for more information. Simran, of course, as we were discussing with Shravan, that is, the Delhi-NCR region, in fact, even the northern part of the country, is quite susceptible to such strong tremors since it falls under the seismic zone 4. And take us also through some important precautions that must be taken as viewers, of course, are watching us. And this is something that could end up being tragic, God forbid. We've seen many countries suffering earthquakes, but this is something where there are certain precautions, or you would say some measure that should be taken immediately once such tremors are felt.
Well, yes, absolutely. As we have been also putting out the details which have been officially given, that this could have been a massive one as well. There are, of course, more details into how the aftermath of such a huge richer scale of earthquake will be followed up in a while. But as of now, people are always instructed to follow such important protocols during the earthquake times, so that they should be coming out in open. Lids should not be used. And right now, as of now, we have also been receiving details about at Uttarakhand and Lucknow, and especially in the regions of North India. Also, in the hilly regions, how there have been reports of people coming out in fears from their homes after they have felt such strong jolts. And now, especially the National Center for Seismology has also been putting out official details. Remember, the epicenter is in Nepal, and there's a depth of 10 kilometers up to which this has been impacting, and this has been in the latest at now 251 6.2 magnitude of earthquake that has also sent huge shock waves to the national capital. As of now, also around me, there are a lot of people who have been coming out on the roads in fears after they have felt such huge tremors. We will be now putting out shortly about the official confirmation of more details, as people have been also coming out on the fields and seen in the national capital. Back to you.
Right. All right, we are getting some, stay with us, Simran, we're getting some reactions from the public also. Let's take a listen to that.
बर्तन सफाई कर रहे थे।
हाँ
तभी पानी आया।
अच्छा, तो तुम फिर बाहर आ गई?
हाँ, नहीं तो हम तो वहीं थे। कहाँ बाहर आए?
अच्छा,
ताला लगा रहा था ऑफिस में, काफ़ी हिल गया और खिड़कियाँ एकदम से आवाज़ करने लगी।
Right, those were reactions coming in. People, of course, they get terrorized and they get, of course, scared for their lives. And this is, of course, something that could be very scary. And as Simran, you were telling us that there are certain measures that should be taken when you're inside. In a premises, in a closed surroundings. You can see those people in the right of your screens moving out. And right now what we know is that Simran, for people in Nepal, because this is the epicenter falls in Nepal, the people in Nepal have seen really massive earthquakes that have taken thousands of lives. And this, of course, has been something that not something that could be predicted. There has been estimates by scientists, but they cannot be predicted. There's a pattern that could be predicted, we still are waiting for any kind of details. We hope not there has been any kind of damage or casualties in Nepal or other areas in the country. But of course, what is the information you are picking up? Has there been any kind of major damage that has been witnessed or experienced, Simran?
Well, yes, because we have been reporting about how the epicenter has been pinned to Nepal. There have been also confirmation of one earthquake, one kind of shock that was traced in Assam an hour back, the depth of which has been told to 27 kilometers, and it happened at around nearly 1:30 p.m. this afternoon. And following up to that, more tremors felt because of the epicenter that has been pinned in Nepal. So in Assam and Karbi Anglong area, there was a 3.0 magnitude earthquake that happened around an hour back. This is as per the information which has been shared by the National Center of Seismology. And following up to that, there have been massive shocks rather that have been felt across the Delhi-NCR and the entire North Indian region. And people have been in fears, of course, right now as well on the streets of Delhi, looking out for a safe space because they might anticipate another kind of a shock given the magnitude of the earthquake that has also hit the land of Delhi and NCR entire region of North India because of the 6.2 magnitude level earthquake that has hit right now at 2:51 p.m. There was another one which was a pre-shock at 2:25, which was a 4.6 magnitude. There have been concerns and fears in people right now on the streets of Delhi as well. People have been coming out. We are definitely going to get more such important reactions and details of how people have been rescuing and saving themselves in fear as well. But there have been, we will definitely are going to collect more details from the hilly regions which are more likely to be affected in Uttarakhand or in Himachal if there have been any cause and reports of damage as well. As of now, it's important to note that before the epicenter of Nepal was reported, there was first earthquake in Assam in Karbi Anglong area with a magnitude of 3.0 that hit, and the depth in fact was a huge one. It was 27 kilometers for the earthquake, and after that the Nepal epicenter sent the shock waves at the North Indian base.